I look at my phone dies, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, just due to the pandemic and me being inside and not out that often.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Time has been like,
It's been a week and a half, yeah.
Damn.
It's been 12 days.
A week and a half. A lot's happened. I mean, a lot.
Yeah, the vice presidential debate.
Yeah, the vice presidential debate, which I think
wasn't as shitty.
Wasn't as shit.
Mike Pence was on some bullshit.
I just think, like, in general, it was just boring. It wasn't as, like, bad as the presidential debate. Of course not. Like,
right,
everyone was at least respectful of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
That'll be later in the podcast because I need to formulate my thoughts on that shit. But I was talking about a few minutes earlier. I think caffeine should be at least more scheduled than it is because caffeine is quite a substance.
Really?
Quite a substance. It's not like fucking, of course, like heroin. Like,
right.
It'll fuck you up if you drink too much of it. Like, you drink 3 energy drinks, like, you're definitely high.
Absolutely.
Like, you're definitely of course, it's not like a heroin high or like fucking taking acid, but you're buzzing. Like, you're tweaking a little. Like, if you drink like 5 bangs, for instance.
Right.
Like, that's why they have 5-hour energies. Like, they give you that little zing that you need. Like, if you drink too much of those, holy fuck. But a little bit of a hot take. I just think we should not just... They tell us not to do drugs as children, but then they hop us up on energy drinks and shit like that. And I just think it's a little bit hypocritical. Just a little bit, because I can attest to you, energy drinks, if you drink too many, it can definitely get you a little bit higher than you would normally. You're not going to fucking hallucinate or, like, see things that aren't there, but you're going to be hyper as fuck. You're going to be like...
Yeah, I'm going to go clean the house.
They're stimulants.
Yeah, right,
Caffeine
right.
is a stimulant,
right.
so of course you're going to be stimulated. And that's why people who have ADHD, when they drink them, sometimes it calms them down. That's because caffeine is a stimulant, and stimulants work in reverse effects with people with ADHD or ADD. Like,
right. Come from somebody who has ADHD and who drinks green tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
also, on my last podcast, how I said that there were some topics that either didn't make it in some videos or we completely forgot to talk about, or the rare occasion where, like, we have talked about it, but my phone decided to be a big gay and decided to completely remove the video from my phone.
Which happens a lot more than you would think.
Which happens a lot. So we're going to talk about another topic that never made it onto any of my fucking videos. We're going to talk about our diets and...
Ooh, that's a good one, yeah.
And our workout schedule. Yeah. So this is something... 1 minute.
I don't blame them for driving today. It's a beautiful day.
It is.
I really don't. Like, you usually on the podcast you hear me throwing a fit, like, what the fuck are they doing out here? But no,
Who the fuck mows their sidewalk?
But no, if there's a day to do it, today's the day.
Perfect.
It's nice. The sun is so warm.
There is not a single cloud in the sky, and it's like a perfect like,
blue.
mid-60s.
Yeah.
And
today's the day to do shit if you're in northwestern Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's like that, what was that Battlefield 4 map?
I know what you're talking about.
It was a remake of a Battlefield 3 map. Fuck. But anyway, it also, it kind of reminds me of the Rising Storm, one of the Chinese map where it was a community server map that eventually became open to the public. That's this shit reminds me of that.
But back to the topic of, like, diets and workout. I'll go first. Like, so I'm a simple man. I just don't fuck with shit I get high. It's really about it. Like, I don't eat unless I'm, like, dying. Like, I can feel my stomach. I eat at least 2 meals a day. I really don't eat breakfast. That like it's a light snack, just to break the fast. Like I'm not eating pancakes and eggs, although I love that shit.
Right.
But just something that makes it sure so I'm not dying. And then I get high. I drink some water, lots of water throughout the day. Basically nothing but water, just so I'm not dying.
How much water do you think you drink a day?
I feel like about a quart. Like maybe a half gallon, something like that.
Nice.
A good amount, like just enough so I'm not thirsty.
Right.
I get thirsty quite often, so I drink.
You don't get dehydration.
Right.
Headache.
I get thirsty a lot, so I drink a lot. It's just how it is. And then I get high. I throughout the day, just all day.
And
then I eat. I probably eat like maybe just whatever I want to cook, like mac and cheese.
Just like the occasional snack.
Yeah.
Like occasionally throughout the day, not big enough.
Right, and then like late at night is when I go. Like, late at night because I'll wake up and I realize, holy fuck, I'm hungry. Like I'll eat a meal. Like I will eat a meal before I go to bed.
But that's like a really bad time to eat. That is a bad time to eat anything, because at the end of the day you're the heaviest because everything settles. By the time that you wake up the next morning, you're gonna be just as heavy.
Well, to be fair, I take like a fat shit when I wake up every morning. So like, it's because I can feel my colon like being like, bro, you ate like 3 burritos, you gotta shit. And I take the fattest shit when I wake up. So I think it evens out a little because I hear people like don't take shits when they wake up. I find that shit weird. Like you don't have to wake up and you don't like feel a shit coming on. Like what's wrong with you?
Also today we should also talk about hygiene a little.
Oh yeah. But my workout schedule is really simple. I walk, I do some push-ups when I feel that I haven't done them in a while. I do about 20, 30 in like 3 cycles, so like 60 or 80 depending on the day. And then just squats because you need to get that leg strength up. You need that like central strength.
You need to get those love handles.
Right. Like I really don't do like a whole shit ton of cardio because I just walk a lot. I walk a lot.
Right. It's definitely going to take a while before you develop that endurance and stamina.
But you need to build strength. Like you just, especially like at work, you need to be able to pick up heavy shit. Right? So you need some strength. So I at least make sure that like my muscles are pretty meaty and like I can at least sustain my weight. If I can sustain my weight, I can do whatever I want. Right. Like if I can sustain my own weight, like hold myself in push-up form and plank form, I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. But that's not all that matters. That's why I like doing the squats because they help do like the back support. And you need some back support.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
But my workout schedule's super lax. Like I'm not a freak in the working out, but I just like to maintain myself.
Right.
Just a maintenance check to make sure again that I'm not dying and that I'm not going to be too fat because believe it or not, being fat's not healthy. Like, I'm not, like, fucking terribly obese. I'm a little bit chunkers, but, like, I still need to lose some of that chunk.
Right. Yeah.
I'm aware of that, and some people aren't. So, like, and I've been losing a lot of weight because I eat minimum, I work out, I drink a lot of water. It evens out. Yeah, fasting. Exactly. Right. And my metabolism has fucking never been better. Never been better.
Yeah, especially when you limit yourself to only eating certain things or like doing certain.
And what
things.
people don't know is depending on how obese you are, your thyroid affects your metabolism. So like depending on how obese you are, your thyroid can just like say fuck all, and your metabolism goes to shit. So like
at any time.
So like you really need to make sure that you are like an ideal weight or like stay the same weight for a certain amount of time. Because your body has to adapt to that shit. So that's why people who lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, it's not healthy. It's not.
Yeah. So.
But that's my workout and diet. It's suited to my life.
It's been going great for him and shit.
It's suited to my life. My life is kind of sedentary. Like I sit a lot. I'm either sitting or standing to do the work. So I had to adjust my workout schedule and regimen to that. That's why I do squats and push-ups because again, if I'm going to be standing, I at least need to make sure I'm strong standing.
Right.
Make sure my abdomen is pretty fucking tight. I mean, I'm sure I could add sit-ups to that, but really planking and push-ups work out about the same muscles.
Right.
Like, in the end, it's about doing your abdomen, your core.
Do you have any, like, dimension in your biceps?
Kind of, like, a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, because like depending on like the lighting in the room, like you
Yeah.
can see like the shading, you can see where it comes in.
Yeah, just like a little bit. Like you can see like boom.
Right.
But
Just a little bit.
yeah. Like I never claimed to be the world's strongest man.
I'm
so
fucking-
like so like
right.
I hate when people are like, yo, check out my muscles, and it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
It's like, bro,
Or
I'm
Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner
from, like, the fucking
steroid
90s.
shit. Exactly.
Right, and then you look at him now, and it's like
His
holy-
chest is like caved in. Like
yeah.
I've never claimed to be the
He has-
strongest man, but I can claim that like I'm about moderately strong.
Right,
like,
right, above average.
I'm above average. Like
Right.
maybe even average, because I really don't know the average. Like
yeah.
I would say like I'm averagely strong. Like I'm an average Joe
Right.
who just happens to get high a lot, and it affects my life. Because speaking of which, I got super high. Like I've been getting super high like the last week.
Yeah, and I've been picking out the last couple of weeks, which I can't
Ain't
really, I
good,
can't
but,
really blame myself for that because 2-3 months before that, I was dropping weight constantly because of the fact that I wasn't eating for 6-7 hours a day.
Right, and the reason I've been getting super high is because I haven't been getting high forever. Like about a month, I'd say.
Right.
3 weeks.
Right. So like
I've been
literally-
like smoking like weed, like a little bit of weed, but that's like nothing. That's so I tripped really fucking hard, and it was great. Like I listened to music. I did a drawing. Because a little bit of a flashback. I like to draw a lot. It's a passion of mine, but I can only really draw well when I'm under the influence. Like when I get it. A lot of people get inspiration from certain things. Some people drink, some people smoke. I just happen to take hallucinogens, and it gives me really good inspiration to draw
Right.
because of the shit that I'm seeing. It's like, oh shit, I can draw that. That's cool. Like, not the trees out here aren't beautiful to draw, but like,
Not really what I want.
not
to
really
draw
what
right
I
now.
want to draw.
Right.
I did a lot of that in art class, and it's like, that's cool and all. That's cool, but like,
It's not really my thing.
it's not my thing. I like drawing whack shit.
Right.
I like beautiful colors and
So-
nice contrasts.
Right.
And when I'm tripping, I can be like, yo.
Basically, you like to like make like really bland things like have some pop.
Right, exactly. I like to kind of draw what I'm seeing, if that makes sense. Like the vibrant colors. Like it's when you trip, like you still see the stuff that's there, but it's just like patterns. Like I explained this in my second podcast, how it's just like patterns and shit.
Oh yeah, the podcast where you're just like, wow,
It's like-
I'm looking at shit.
Right.
I'm retarded.
The podcast where I talked about amphetamines for like an hour straight.
Yeah. Well, the background of that. What the fuck was?
MDMA, I talked about MDMA, and then I talked about Adderall, and I talked about meth, crystal meth. I hate when people just like chalk up all amphetamines to meth, because they're not. Like, Adderall is really different from crystal meth, and MDMA is really different from crystal meth. I mean, it's like comparing LSD and mushrooms. Yeah, they're both hallucinogens, but each of them have different effects.
Right. They have their own different functions
And-
within the human body. Yeah.
Crystal meth is way more dangerous than Adderall,
Yeah.
because one is like actual chemicals and the other is like made in a bathroom lab.
God.
Right,
Oh,
like,
God.
and granted, like, it's all like the same chemical. Like, the molecules are about the same, like, because again, they're amphetamines, they're the same family, but still, very different than Adderall or MDMA or fucking any of the other analogs that exist, because chemistry is a hell of a thing.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, an hour and a half of that.
And then later, you saying that, and I fucking die laughing, and I was, as usual, gasping for air. So yeah. Anyway, back to.
I like to draw, and drawing is fun when tripping because you want to keep your brain busy. You don't just want to like with most things in life, you want to keep your brain busy so it doesn't like just sit there. Because that's when you can get into like bad thoughts and shit. And you don't want to get into bad thoughts while tripping. Like you don't.
You don't know.
So drawing keeps your mind distracted, and it also why I go like, if I have to trip, like if I feel like I have to, like I go like a week minimum. Because a lot of people don't recommend, like people on Reddit are like, no, do a month at a time. Well, everyone's body is different.
Right.
Like some people's tolerance, yeah, a month. Like my tolerance happens to be a week. Like after a week, I feel like maybe not biologically that my tolerance is down to like natural 0, but it's at enough of a tolerance where I can trip again. Like everyone's body is different, and some people's neurotransmitters and the way their brain works is vastly different depending on the person. Like
Right.
vastly different. So that's what I've been doing the last few weeks. That's why some of my videos have been a little extra goofy. Yeah. I have been, in my last video, the last podcast maybe, I added images of people driving around Pittsburgh. It was really fun for me.
Oh my god, dude.
It was really fun because like I love going to Pittsburgh, and like my family's from there, so like every time I go there I have to drive the Fort Pitt Tunnel. I love that tunnel. It's a beautiful tunnel.
Especially what you added in the last video. You need to fucking do more of this.
Like it's beautiful at night driving the Fort Pitt Tunnel because it's empty. Like driving around Pittsburgh at night is truly something special.
Yeah.
Like I
like any big ass city at night.
Like it's special. Like I really wish if everyone could do it. Like amazing.
You need to experience that at least once.
Right. And I experienced it so many fucking times. I've wanted to go to Pittsburgh for a while now again. Like it's just it's a drive. It's a bit of a drive, and it's like if you're going to Pittsburgh, you're really not going there for like a couple hours because you invested a couple hours getting there. If you're going there for the day. Like,
it's not a couple of days.
Right, like you're going. You're not just like, oh, let's go into Erie, drive around. No, this is a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
On nothing but the highway. Like there really is no other way.
Yeah, and after a while,
it's 300 miles away. Like no 250, I think. It's a drive.
And after a while, like, cause when I moved out of there, and eventually my grandma did, when she moved out of there, like I noticed as I got older that it was becoming less and less like, it was becoming less and less like this. It was becoming less and less like annoying to have to drive that long to get there. It was like transforming into like this, like, wow, this isn't as long as like I had thought it.
It's really not, because if you're driving with other people, it's quite a journey. It's quite a journey. It is so fun. Like, but driving by yourself is honestly, it's so fucking hard. Right. But driving with friends,
driving for 2 hours.
No matter where you're going, if it's by yourself, but with your friends, you can really make it quite a journey.
Right, but like by yourself,
right.
You gotta make it interesting.
But driving with the boys. Driving with the boys, it's like, I really want to drive to Pittsburgh with them, because that would be so fucking fun.
Right.
Like, there's so many places I want to take, like, even David, like Jacob, Jordan, like, there's so many places I want to take them in Pittsburgh, like the Carnegie Museums, the bridges, the zoo, there's so many fucking places.
Oh my god, the zoo, holy shit.
Like, so
holy shit. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh yeah, anyway, we're back to hygiene, diet, and fitness.
Okay, so we discussed
That's right,
diet, so hygiene, wash your hands. Wash your fucking hands.
So yeah, maybe we shouldn't be talking about this.
Oh, we have Marlboro 100. Yeah, Marlboro 100. Since the 1950s, Marlboro has been delivering cancer to Kind of work a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of work a lot.
Yeah.
You got time for that? I need to pay my tuition deposit. I blow a lot of my money on
Yeah, you really don't have anything for fucking loyalties.
Like, I don't have, I'm like next pay, I think I'm going to pay my tuition deposit just because I need to get it done. Then I can spend my money on all the drugs I want. I just need to get that out of the way. I have till May, so it's like not a big deal. Like, it's $150. It's not bad. It's just like to like commit myself to IUP.
Right,
So,
you just invest a little bit in it.
yeah. So like $150, it ain't bad, but like I really don't want to pay. Like I'm really blowing it off. Like I hate to say this, but I really have. And like that's because like every pay I make enough for that. So it's like, oh, in one pay, bam, done. So it's not that big of a deal for me, but also like kinda is, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'll pay it off. It's not like I don't do things the same way to do. It's not like I don't have 7 months.
Yeah, that's
7 months is a long time. Like,
yeah, that's a long time.
it doesn't seem long, but it's a long time. That's 14 paychecks.
Yeah.
Actually, 4 times a month. That's 28 paychecks. Like, that's not bad. I could have $1,000 in the bank. Probably won't.
Yeah.
Probably won't but old vices die hard, and I'm really bad at blowing my money.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm gonna be in college anyway. I'm gonna be broke as fuck.
Yeah, and you have the willpower to be like, hey, let's stop here. Let's not fucking blow every last cent that I have.
At least I am financially aware of my situation.
Right.
Like, hey, I should really stop spending my money, but I'm not. But I'm not.
Right.
Anyway, sorry for that little bit of depression.
No, don't apologize.
I apologize to the viewers. Sorry for that little bit of depression. Brought to you by Marlboro cigarettes, of course. General consensus: I hate nicotine, but I love cigarette. No, I love nicotine. It's the other way around. But the presidential debate, the VP debate.
No, we have to still talk about.
Oh, hygiene.
Yeah, hygiene.
Do we have to though? Like, it's common sense.
No, but like you talk about yours, I'm gonna talk about mine.
That is fair.
So, hygiene. You're talking to a boy who gets a shower and I really need to get that part of my hygiene under control.
I shower every day, maybe twice a day.
I need to shower every other day. And I'm the kind of person where I want to preserve water and like save the fucking environment and shit. But there's other ways to do it. But is it really worth? Like, is it really worth smelling like shit, smelling like paint in the body? Is it really fucking worth it? No, it's fucking not.
No.
And I need to get back on the. Well, I've slowly been progressing to get back on the schedule of fasting, toned down intermittent fasting schedule that I've been on. Which is how I've been able to lose like 10 to 15 pounds in the last like 3 months.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah,
I lost 5 pounds. Like a week, but that's not bad.
right. Yeah, like a week. Yeah, and also,
cigarettes are fucking disgusting. I apologize for those who smell the smoke of me when I'm smoking. I fucking hate cigarettes. Like, I really do. Like, nicotine's a thing. If I could like drink nicotine juice, like Monster Energy, but nicotine, I'd rather do that. I really fire. They haven't invented that yet.
We're in an age where like splitting an atom.
Right, we're at an age
like,
where we're going to Mars like next year. Like, we're literally going to, like, Tom Cruise, the actor, is going to be in space acting next year. We're at that point in history, but we don't have nicotine energy drinks. Like,
right, we're at the point where like splitting an atom is like basic.
Basic knowledge.
But what is splitting an atom?
I don't fucking know. I think it's something like that.
Something, yeah.
Basic science. Then.
Yeah, it's like pretty much basic science in the science world. But like we can't create fucking like aftershave cream that can prolong the growth of your fucking facial hair. If you're one of those people like me who doesn't like fucking the bristles of fucking facial hair growing out of your face, the spiky ass like face cubes growing out of your face. But yeah, anyway, I definitely have been getting back on the schedule of not pigging the fuck out.
And in general, you've been getting on a schedule at work.
Yeah, that's
in general.
Today I just got done fucking. And I'm kind of mad at myself because last night I didn't go to bed until fucking like 12:30.
That's me every night. I go to bed.
No, but like, the thing is, I didn't get so.
Oh shit, that happens.
So I was kind of mad at myself when I woke up and like, what the fuck? I just like go to bed at like 9. I still would have been tired, but it would have been less of a pain in the ass for me to be able to just get up.
Right.
Of course, 7 o'clock in the morning, I still would have been tired, but...
Well, a thing you can do about that, you can, about 2 hours before you go to bed, just stop watching,
yeah, just
calm down, read a book even, like, that's what I do that occasionally when I know I gotta sleep, but normally I just fucking go to bed. If I have 4 hours of sleep, I'm content with that.
Right.
I can really run off anything as long as I got a bang on
Right.
which ain't healthy. I'm aware that that
doesn't really help you on stuff.
but neither does like waking up at fucking 4 in the morning and taking a fat shit.
That one fucking video you put in the group chat, you were like, it's your boy Tandy. Fuck.
Yeah, that was me tripping balls.
I got that fucking notification like 5
Yeah. I was tripping hard, I think, 2 days ago. So, I'm still short on cables. So I got back to my friend's house. I hung out with another friend all day and I bought some acid. Except for Jordan. Jordan didn't have the acid, so I can say I was just chilling with Jordan playing Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So I came back from Jordan's. I was tripping pretty fucking hard. And that's when I sent the holy shit, like, and I made some mac and cheese. I made some delicious mac and cheese, put some pepper in it, made some hot dogs in it. I sent another video to the group chat saying this is some good mac and cheese. And then I passed out.
That's actually a good pussy sound. Like.
Yeah, then I passed out.
when you mix the mac and cheese and you think of her.
I passed out for about an hour, and I woke up at like 7, and I was still going pretty hard, and that's when I started drawing. My drawing is complete. The reason I like tripping and drawing is because, like, depending on the music I'm listening to as well, depends on the song. Like, depending on the song. So sorry, my fucking English is retarded. My brain is destroyed. Didn't get any sleep last night. So yeah, depending on the song, depends on what my drawing's gonna look like. Like, make changes per song. That's why I like just putting it in the shuffle and then playlist and just going from there. Like, it could be like more linear, or curvy, or jagged. It really depends. I'll have to show you the drawing when it's complete. Like, it really represents. It's hard to explain what I mean. Like, when you see it,
right. Like,
it's really hard to explain art to people. Like, art you're creating. So, someone who doesn't know what you're talking about. Like, or someone it's just easier to be like, look at this one. This is the Mona Lisa. This is what I'm thinking. Who invented the Mona Lisa? The thinking. Thank God that cigarette's gone.
So that's the correct sound.
That was during the presidential debate, because that was a regular one, because I was super stressed. I really don't like to smoke a cigarette and have a I really don't like smoke. Sometimes I think for
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Even for me sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
sometimes, like, I'm at work and it's like, I just feel like I should shower. It's like, I spill something on myself. I just don't, like, it's not that, like, I don't want to, like, it's just, like, fix it. And I don't really have a lot of time. So, like, I'll come home from work, and, like, if I don't shower, it's 30 minutes when I get home, I'll shower. Well, I do like to shower. I have a schedule.
yeah, I need to get on a schedule and shower.
You can download, like, you know how schools have those agenda books? You can download apps like that and make schedules for yourself. That's what I do. Because before, like, summer, I had no schedule. Like, it was basically wake up, get high, and go to bed. Basically, and sometimes not even, like, I skipped the bedtime. Sometimes, a lot of times,
Stay up all fucking day.
Stay up all fucking day. And occasionally I still do that because, like, I do have insomnia. It's a genuine issue that I have. So, like, if I'm not going to bed by, like, midnight, chances are I'm not going to bed.
Yeah, he's not bullshitting when he says he has insomnia.
Like, it's not just some fucking lie I'm making up for attention. Like, I don't sleep.
This dude has posted Snapchats of him walking in the middle of the fucking road at like 1:30 in the morning. And
Like,
I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't sleep. It's a genuine issue I have, and, like, I was on sleeping meds for it. They fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather not sleep. I'd just rather not sleep.
Right.
But that's another video. Just me talking about insomnia. It's another video. But yeah, so I have my schedule set up, and, like, there's, like, a bunch of good apps. So I like to shower by, like, 8, or, like, by the time I get home from work, depending if I work. I also, like, I don't so much schedule my meals out because I only stack and, like, mess with my metabolism. I just eat whenever I'm hungry and make it, like, a light thing. Unless it's, like, the big meal of the day, then it's the big meal of the day.
The big one.
Right. And then in between that, I'm either, like, playing video games, watching some videos, like, making videos, just doing typical shit that.
Beating your dick.
Yeah, beating my dick. Exactly. Just doing typical young man shit.
Young man, I said, young man, stick your hand in my ass. I said, young man.
But moving on. I also occasionally, and, like, I've even scheduled, like, when I get high. Like, I plan, like, probably when I get home, probably just gonna get high, edit my video, probably upload it, because I'm more productive when I get high. I really am. Not that I don't have good work ethic, I really do. It's just easier to get shit done when I'm high. And then I'll probably, like, especially because the drugs that I'm taking, like LSD, like, you have to wait. You can't just take it and the next day take some more. So, like, if I end the trip again, it'll probably be like a week from now, maybe 2 weeks. It really depends on, like, when I want to do it, when I feel the time's right. I have no urge to take it. I don't feel compelled, but, like, if I do get a feeling like, you know, it might be fun, the trip, like, I'll do it. It's not something. I mean, if we went over this, like, how people consider me, you know, like, no, like, I just occasionally, I shouldn't. But those same people occasionally partake in smoking, so I would argue that while LSD potentially affects all alter your mind, I would argue that in smoking, and I'm not saying that smoking means bad. Anything that you ingest in smoke is carcinogenic. It's just fact. It's a fact. That's a basic fact of life. Even, like, you really are only supposed to breathe air. You really are.
Yeah. Right.
Not that I'm gonna judge you. Like, you fucking do you. Like.
Right. It's a lot better than you fucking, like, putting needles and shit
Right, like you do you, but that is a basic fact. You're only supposed to breathe air.
Right. Breathe in smoke, you'll start having breathing problems. You're gonna have respiratory issues.
You breathe in anything other than air.
And if you're around that often, like for the fucking like the families where like the parents and shit smoke inside.
And if you breathe in anything other than air, except for like gas, like laughing gas or nitrous oxide, it's carcinogenic. Like, because even burnt toast, like burnt anything, I think is carcinogen. It's just weird. But
okay,
yeah. There's a lot of tangents in this podcast, as usual.
As usual, we're bouncing around different topics. We're not specifically
but we do
one.
always have set topics. So I think it's VP time.
So anyway, so my diet. When I first like started really taking my fitness life and my when I started really to let me fucking start that again. When I started taking my fitness and my diet factors in my life seriously, I was just the kind of person where like I just need to eat something before I go to the gym, like something that is like semi-healthy and has nutrients. And then eventually it got to the point where I went from like whatever the fuck to vegan in like a month, and I stayed that way for like 6-7 months, and I went right back to a normal fitness diet, but I learned a lot, and I was able to further progress in learning about different things that we can do for being healthy. Today I'll just go more along, the vegan end and like substitute like chicken with peanut butter for sources of protein, and then whatever the fuck else. And yeah, for my fitness, I do. I used to do 4 to 5 times a week. Like actually 5 to 6 times a week, because I was exercising in 3-day chunks. But unfortunately, because of the fact that I have a job now, I can't work out nearly as often, because depending on what my schedule fucking looks like, and when I get done with work, fucking shit. Yeah, it really just depends. I have to like gauge what I'm gonna be able to do after work, and like when my hair gets done drying after the shower and shit. I do 2 sets of 160 bicep and tricep curls. I originally did 56 and V6. But I've been doing literally, like, each set, I've been doing, like, 50 to 100. I've been doing, like, 2 reps of 50, reps of hit. And, I've been doing a set of 80.
Yeah, off to the. I mean, not as long, but you know,
Right. But it's just
compared to like usual shit, like.
right.
I get what you're saying. All right, so as many Americans know, the vice presidential debate happened last week, and it was boring. I really don't. You're not gonna get like a fucking brand new this. Like, it was just boring. You're not gonna get like screaming about freedom or fucking normal shit. It was just so. I turned it off.
It was that uninteresting. What was that? Like,
At least with the presidential debate, like, there were some good points. It was just like each candidate evaded the questions. Like,
yeah.
no real questions were answered. It was just, this is America. America's great. America's good. I will make America good. And that was on both sides. Like, here's how if I was Kamala Harris, because we already know what Pence is going to do. Pence is fucking crazy. Pence it's going to do Pence things.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris just tried to act like an enlightened centrist, like some neoliberal shit right there.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just, what the fuck are you doing? Like, now's your chance to attack this man, criticize everything he's ever done.
Well, I mean,
and she just didn't really. Her big moment was, "I'm speaking, Mr. President. I'm speaking." That was it. Like,
well, at least from my end, she at least corrected him on some things, but
yeah, but fact checkers on Twitter would have done that anyway. She didn't need to act like a mommy to Mike Pence. Like,
right.
And that's just what it felt like. She was acting like his mommy, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? This is a vice presidential debate.
The first ever.
They've been forever. Yeah, like, historically speaking, vice presidential debates do nothing for the election. They don't really affect voters, and this is why. Because it's the same shit that happens every time. Same shit. Nothing really happens. It's uninteresting. When voters are persuaded and swayed by the charisma, it's usually the presidential debate that does it. Because that's what the presidential debate tends to get crazy. It tends to get crazy. Even in like the first one, which was JFK and Nixon. Yeah, it got a little bit crazy. JFK was this young, suave man, and Nixon looked like a pedophile. So that's literally probably what won it. People looked at this young, charismatic man and were like, I don't want to vote for Nixon. But yeah, like, it was just that's really about it. It was just boring.
Yeah, it definitely really.
This is why liberals never win. This is just why, like, because they act like an enlightened centrist, like they are the better path. The alternative is Mike Pence. And like, no, actually fucking try to persuade me, like, woo me, seduce me with your words. Right.
Neither of them are.
Seduce me, like, with your words, actually persuade me.
Right, actually give me a reason to fucking vote.
And I didn't vote for it. Like, the vice presidential debate was so fucking boring. And I already knew I was going to vote for Joe Jorgensen anyway, but like, it gave me more of a reason to vote for Joe Jorgensen. Unpopular opinion, people complain about both parties. If you really want change, vote for a third party. If you really want change, it's that simple. Don't complain about how things are never going to change when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. If you want change, actually vote for change. It's that simple.
But like, the sad thing is,
oh, she's not gonna win. I'm aware. I'm fully aware. That doesn't mean I didn't vote for them. Like, I don't want her to be like, you vote Biden or Trump. Actually, neither. Fuck both of them. Fuck both.
You ever hear about a third party?
Right. This is democracy. I don't like either of them. There's a third party. I truly think a third party will be prevalent in the next election. And people have been saying this for decades now, but like, it's about time.
Right.
It's about time. I personally feel Trump's gonna win. It's this gut feeling I've had since August. Like, I personally feel Trump's gonna win. Because if he doesn't, he's talked about throwing a coup. He's talked about literally not having a peaceful transition of power. I fear if he doesn't win. So I got this gut feeling that something's gonna happen. He's gonna win. So
and if he loses, then
if he loses, it may as well be the end of democracy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care who wins this election. It's gonna be an interesting one, no matter who wins.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. If he wins, we're fucked. If he loses,
still kind of
fucked.
In our own way, still kind of fucked.
In our own way, still kind of fucked. But even more if he loses, like we're fucked if he wins. But it will be more or less the same shit going on now, just intensified a little. If he loses, potentially, that's it. Like, game over. Especially because Kim Jong-un's talking again.
Right, because
Kim Jong-un started speaking again because Kim Jong-un has put his claws in the Trump. Like, he has talked to Trump. Like, he knows how to talk to Trump. If Biden wins, Kim Jong-un has to start all over. So Kim Jong-un does not want that. So that's another reason. That's another potential reason. Like, this could be a serious. This is a very serious election. Like, for the younger viewers watching,
what do you think is gonna happen? Like, I'm gonna try to ask you a quick question about like the alternate realities.
Hypotheticals,
Right, the hypothetical reality of either candidate winning, and what you think is gonna be like if one or the other wins.
Absolutely.
So what do you feel like is gonna be the next 4 years of Trump wins?
Considering the Supreme Court route that is going on, I feel that a lot of not just that. Like, there's going to be a lot of the cases that are going to be repealed and overturned, like Roe v. Wade, the one that allowed gays. Potentially, he could repeal gay marriage. He could repeal trans rights. Like, there is a lot of equality issues if Trump wins. I guarantee that, because he's just they're flat out been going about that. That's been their whole agenda since the beginning. Like, if Trump wins, like, COVID cases may go up to 400,000 regardless. I think they'll go over 400,000. I feel like our best case scenario currently is 400,000 deaths. That's the best case we got. That's the best case scenario, which scares me.
By this time next year, I'm calling it that we're gonna have over 500,000 deaths.
For sure.
By this time next year, it's gonna be well over 500,000.
I personally feel that the next 4 years, like, it'll be scary. It'll be scary. And my answer for Biden, the same. Like, honestly, it's very similar. It's going to be very scary.
What do you think the changes are going to be with Biden?
I feel that Kim Jong-un might do something because of all the time he's took with President Trump. I feel that could be an issue. Can't say for sure. It's all hypothetical.
Right.
Just because of the fact that Kim Jong-un's been talking, though, considering he hasn't talked for like 3 months, like, there could be something. I feel that COVID cases might gradually slow. We can't predict that. 400,000, most definitely at the least. I feel that Biden will maybe give more power to Kamala Harris because she's younger, more power, because he's just doing it. And I feel that they need to try to stack the third house to make the Supreme Court is currently either way, it'll be interesting. It's scary. A little bit scary. can't tell you what my protection is. I cannot for legal reasons. Invest in protection because the revolution will not be televised when it does happen. And by God, this is America. It will happen. It will.
We're gonna have.
And when it does happen, whoever is the leader, the military will be coming at your doorstep.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do when the military comes in with an M16? And what are you going to do? I'm not trying to get angry. I am being serious. What are you going to do?
That's what it's come down to.
There is no jokes anymore.
No.
We're at the point in America. It's hard. It is hard. Like, I am depressed because I fear for this country.
Right, because you just have
and
the
fear is a natural state. Like, fear is healthy.
Right, and
like,
you have like the natural thought of
fear is a survival instinct.
Of worst case scenario, what am I going to do?
Right, exactly. Worst case scenario, because of the fact
we're all kind of we're
fucked regardless. Like, we're fucked regardless. Yeah. But worst case scenario, historically speaking, minorities get hunted down first. Historically speaking, and I had this conversation with Carter.
That's why, like, I'm specifically fearing.
Historically speaking, and I do fear that there will be another Jewish genocide. Historically speaking, there will be. Historically speaking, even statistically speaking, there will be. There will be another Jewish genocide, and there will be another hunt for the gays. I fear for that shit. I fear. Because if Trump wins, like, he is already going to repeal a lot of equal rights acts.
And
he is encouraging
like far-right extremist groups.
Right.
Like,
he's encouraging. I truly feel that if Trump wins, you're on the verge of war.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's going to be another civil war.
We are basically on. So, if you know the Doomsday Clock, I'd say we're at 156. When the Doomsday Clock hits midnight, that's it. I'd say
in America.
Well, it's like a world phenomenon, but like in America, I feel that we are at 11:59 or 36 seconds. We are sealing our own brains. We don't even know it. I have talked about, again, I'm not trying to like scream and make people offended because like this is a serious thing.
Right, but this
isn't just like some meme, like haha, like right. Trump bad, Trump no. Like, if you vote for Trump,
this is the reality that you.
This is the reality you have to expect. If you don't support Trump and Trump wins, there is a good chance he's coming for you. He's coming for you at your doorstep. And what are you going to do when he gets there? Right. I know what I'm going to do. I know. I have this shit planned.
That's why I'm saying.
I don't want to sound like Dale Gribble. I have this shit planned. I know what I'm going to do. Because people don't think the government can become totalitarian and do things that like Brazil is doing or Venezuela is doing. The sad reality is, if the government wanted, if the president wanted to, he could just lock down the entire country and send troops to your doorstep to shoot you in the head before you know.
This is the shocking reality.
This is about as real as I'm going to get with you viewers. Invest in protection. Invest in firearms.
Right, that's why I'm saying for you to do that.
I have firearms. Like, no. I don't have a lot of firearms. Right. I am prepared.
You pretty much have every kind of like defense weapon that you can.
I have what I need, and I know that I'm going. If the government comes to my doorstep, I'm down. And that's the reality. I'm dead. I'm not going down with the fire, or I'm not going down with fire. I will die trying. I will be martyred for my sins. I guess my sins that the government deems irreversible. What I'm saying is like some far-reaching conspiracy shit, but is it that far? Is it really that far to say that if Trump loses the election, that he'll try to overthrow America? Is it really It's when you like say something that it's like almost secret phrasing for like people
talking in code.
Yeah, almost like talking. Hello. Yeah, it's almost like talking in code. And like Trump has been doing this almost his entire presidency. Talking.
Dog whistling.
Oh yeah, dog whistles. Talking in code for like far-reaching people. Like when you say 1350, that's a dog whistle for white people. That's like, hey, blacks, even though they make up 13% of the population, 50% of the crime. Shit like that. Like, basically talking in code to say what your agenda is. So that, and the people, like the far right people or the far left people know what the codes are so they understand. Right. Trump has been doing this his entire career. His entire presidential career. I truly, and he's been encouraging it. Biden called him out for it during the debate.
Right, and he's all in denial.
Right. Right. Like, he's been doing it the entire time. And he is really good at it, to be honest. Like, he's really good at dog whistling. But I'll truly feel that if Trump loses, potentially, again, potentially, we could be looking to the next America. There's possible outcomes. There's possible outcomes. There's literal outcomes. If Biden wins, Trump still may claim it as illegitimate. He may say Biden didn't really win.
He might play victim.
Right. He's like no peaceful transition of power. He is so confident he's going to win. He might actually say that Biden didn't win. And the far right, his supporters, which make up a good chunk of America, will believe him. And it could potentially be a civil war, like Trump supporters versus Biden supporters. Like, it could get heavy.
Right, and it could,
because you would have, like, for instance, Biden, the true president versus the president. Like, it would be a South secedes type. Like, it could get shit. Like, I know what side my friends are on. And if I see them during the revolution, I'll do what I have to do. It's gonna suck, but I love freedom. I will kill and die for freedom. If there is tyranny trying to oppress my freedom, I will kill and I will die for that tyranny to end.
And, this...
Call it radical, I don't care. It is radical. It is.
This is us literally fighting for our country's sake.
The only joke I'll say is Art Kelly saying, I'm fighting for my fucking life. Like, it is. I will fight for my fucking life if I have to. I will. I'm glad I brought my hoodie. This is snug. This is snug as fuck. Yeah, I'll fight for my life if I have to. And I know that some of my friends might be on the other side. And if they don't think, they might think the liberal Democrats would be easy because they don't have guns. Oh, that's where you're wrong. Oh, like, that's where you're wrong. Like, because almost everyone owns a gun.
Going back to my lecture at Rock Podcast.
So I don't know where, I really don't know where these conservatives get their thoughts. So like, Democrats don't own guns. You're wrong. Statistically speaking, you're wrong. We may not like open carry them, like fucking wave them out with a bat and shit, but we got them. We got them.
And I'm me and my parents.
I have been going to target practice for about 3 months now. I'm ready.
My parents have been like, worst case scenario, we're going to invest in this.
Yeah.
We're more than likely going to have to invest
$200 is all you need for every nice revolver. Well, you could just not. I really don't know that much, but if it comes to it, all it is like writing like application form, like
all I have to do is like pay $60 on a piece of paper.
right,
Slide that in
like a driver's license.
Right.
See, $200 is all you need for a good gun. Guns really aren't that expensive.
No.
They're really not.
No.
$200, a nice revolver. That's all I need. That's all I fucking need.
And here's
6 shots.
Here's the thing I want to try to get at. This was a conversation that Mr. Shaw had with us, along with some of the kids back when I was in my junior year. There was this talk of back then, like before like video games and TV existed, like people didn't know what war was and what war was about until they were in war. And
Vietnam was like the first war to like.
It wasn't until then that the reality hit, like
yeah. Vietnam was like the first war to cover. So people like really didn't have they had no expectation for war. And then
World War I was like the real.
Yeah, because like radio and shit. Like there was no footage. There was only like still photos. Like Vietnam was the first war to like keep it out.
World War I
but it was like it was basically just like the boys. It wasn't like warfare. It was like the aftermath of the war, like the boys eating their rations. And, like, there's a whole documentary about it. It's really actually quite cool.
World War I and
yeah, it's honestly, but World War II was like kind of going more towards the path of like we're gonna video this war. But Vietnam was like the first.
Yeah,
like. That was getting nightly news attention. Like every night you were seeing footage of Vietnam.
Yeah, like it wasn't even
in World War II you would like go to the theaters to watch like the propaganda footage, but like it wasn't like on your TV. Like they weren't like nightly news like in Berlin we bombed 50,000 buildings. No, in Vietnam it was like that. And they were listing off like the names of the dead children.
Yeah, and they were actually like taking time of
actual portions of news, like
what they're doing with the patients, giving us documentation, not putting them in
right. Like imagine like CNN, 24-hour coverage. That for me, it was constant. It's like some breaking news development, the Battle of Saigon, Clay City, or some shit like that. Like it was on, as long as it was like from 6 a.m. to midnight. But yeah, people really didn't have much expectations for war. They thought it was like an honorable thing to do.
Right.
It's wars. Like there's honor in fighting for your country.
But like once you actually step foot on the battlefield,
whole different ballgame. And this is just like watching footage of people and listening to documentaries. I've never been before, so like I can't be like that. I have no fucking idea.
And like actually it was one of the students that brought this up actually. Because like you think that so back then like people didn't realize like what and how actually reality was in reality. Do you think that now because of the fact that we have like video games and movies to depict the nature of war, do you think people can actually stomach and can actually go through having to actually fight and possibly die? Did you see Call of Duty? Did you see Battlefield? Did you see all those fucking video games? That's the reality. Like, that's what you're looking at.
I don't think that playing the games will make kids' stomach go to war because it's a lot different. Like
it's a video game.
Yeah, children can become desensitized through the video games. Like absolutely, but like it's a little bit different.
A lot different.
I'm gonna say a little bit from like playing Call of Duty Black Ops to going in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Or Modern Warfare 2, for instance. Playing Modern Warfare 2 and then going to Baghdad. Like, a little bit fucking different.
Yeah.
A little, just a whole, like, heck of a lot different.
Yeah, and like, everybody says that they're ready for war, but
no, you're not.
Are we, though?
No, you're not.
We're none of us are fucking ready to fight each other. We're not, we don't want to. I don't want to kill.
That's why Marines go through such intense training, because they basically have to rewire their brain to be born to kill.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Marines go through, like, the military goes through the training they go through, because no, you as a civilian, you're not ready. You're not, unless you're like Jeffrey Dahmer or something. Like, you're not ready.
So basically, their brains are rewired.
They're conditioned to kill.
To be like, hey, killing people is okay.
For our country, yes. They are literally, I'm going to use what they are literally conditioned to kill for our country. Which, I mean, I get it. It's like, there are conflicts going on their parts.
And the Blues Azerbaijan and Armenia are going on right now. I think.
Well, not nice.
No,
but
not
like,
nice, but like, hey, this is.
It's a thing.
This is a war going on over there.
Yeah, the military has to be conditioned to kill. Yeah, they gotta be conditioned to kill, and like, video games aren't gonna give you that fucking conditioning. Like, you actually have to like go through like legitimate psychological conditioning. Not just play one level of Call of Duty and be like 75. Right, kill. No,
it's a hell of a lot different compared to just sitting there and looking at YouTube.
right.
When you actually have to, there is nothing in this world that will make it like having to actually go on a battlefield
You know, I'll use this for the civilian example, or even getting in a fight. Like, there is nothing more macho, like, get your testosterone up immediately, like getting in a fight.
Yeah.
That's the civilian example, because war is just a fight. Like, that's not just something you can get into. You can't get into that state, like, alright, time to fight. Like, no.
Not everybody's like that. Some people are just naturally.
I'm a pacifist, but I will die fighting for my country. Back to the topic at hand. When the revolution comes, by God, it will come. I will die for my country if I have to. On my grave, which will be a mass grave for the millions of people, it will say, I died fighting for my country. They will have to put a bullet in between my head if they think I'm going to give up my freedoms. I will look them in the eyes and say, get fucking on with it.
You're like the aftermath of what was He was looking at him like the entire time.
If the government tries to do that to me, I'm content with my death. I have almost nothing to live for except for making people feel happy and entertained.
Right.
So like, bro, go a fucking head, do what you must. But
yeah, but this is
there are no real jokes, and I mean there weren't really. This is the serious part of the video. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell.
Worst case scenario, if shit actually hits the
Worst
fan.
case scenario, I'm dead.
Right.
Worst case scenario, I'm dead.
We're all fucking.
You're dead.
gonna
They're
die.
dead. They're dead. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Worst case scenario, right now.
Right.
Like, I mean, best case scenario. Like, best case scenario, this.
Right.
More mask wearing, more protection, shit like that. But the reality is, we're probably gonna have to deal with that worst case scenario.
Right. But in all actuality, like nobody can predict what's gonna happen 5-6 months from now. This is just us speculating about what we think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a chance this could be the reality of what it's gonna look like, but there is no.
I don't know, man. I just got a gut feeling. I'm feeling some like psychic visions in my gut. I'm really scared for the outcome. Like, I'm not trying to sound paranoid or like conspiracy theorist, but this is the reality.
What happens?
this is the reality of our situation. Our president still has COVID. They've never confirmed whether he tested negative or got a good test. Like, as far as we know, he still has COVID. As far as we know. So, like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Like, there can't be another presidential debate, which there was supposed to be. The mail-in voting is gonna take months, if not weeks if not months, to process. And again, the red mirage theory I talked about, there probably will be a lot of votes for red, Republican, that first day. Because Republicans will go out and vote because they don't care about their life. But the mail-in vote will come in and provide the most likely vote. But by that point, Trump can just say these were fraud, these were fake.
Yeah,
like,
basically the first couple of people
right. There are so many alternate hypothetical situations that could happen in 2 weeks. It's not even fucking funny. It's not funny. I can make jokes about almost anything, but this is some real shit. It's like when you tell too many Holocaust jokes for a bit, and you're like, this is too much, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've said the jokes I have to say in this past. Like, I've said what I have to say. The reality is, we're fucked.
We're only a month away.
Not even. We're like 3 weeks away. Like, November 3rd is election day. We are fucked. 2 weeks. We're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reality. We are fucked. With that, that's what I'm
4 more years of this, or a possible revolution.
And that's where I'm going to end the podcast today, because we're fucked. It's that simple. If you like this content, sorry for taking the black pill, the humor pill. I'm a bit of a nihilistic piece of shit. Nothing really matters, but this is some shit that matters. So if you get the mail-in ballot, if you're old enough to vote now, vote early. If you can, vote in person.
Us Americans, we love our country so much that a lot of us treat it like it would be one of our own, taking the brunt of the situation, taking the brunt of somebody's actions, having to deal with the consequences of people growing complacent. We will die for the love of our country. We will die because some of us will more than likely end up dying because of the fact that we love this country too much for us to just watch it fall apart. Worst case scenario, if that does end up happening, F in the chat.
Yeah.
F in the chat.
Not much else you can do. I'm going to end this podcast with, well, besides the vote now thing, I'm going to end it with a quote from the Bhagavad Gita, which is like a Hindu spiritual book. Robert Oppenheimer said it after the atomic bomb dropped, and I used that footage in one of my podcasts, him speaking. That was the old man, black and white footage. That was Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb. He said when the bomb dropped, he remembered a passage from the Bhagavad Gita. It said, "I am become death, destroyer of world." And that's kind of stuck in my head for like a month and a half now, because I read the Bhagavad Gita, great like spiritual guidance game. That's kind of stuck in my head. I am become death, destroyer of worlds. And take that what you will. I just interpret it as some shit, like exactly what it says. But vote now, vote early. If you can, vote first. Stay safe. These next 2 weeks are going to be hell. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do in this podcast. I want to see how things unfold. I really do. That's why this one's going to be a little bit longer. I'm not really going to do like a whole lot of meme shit in this video.
So yeah, we're going to need to wait a bit.
Like,
we're probably going to need to wait a little bit longer than usual.
Like, there really hasn't been much to talk about. Like we need to see how this unfolds. Like that's all I gotta say.
Now, if there is another kind of
If there's a huge thing that happens,
hypothetical reality,
right?
That where it's not really looking like it's going to go down the way that we thought it would, awesome, cool. But worst case scenario, something bad is going to happen.
And for the podcast, like, of course, if some like heavy shit happens, we'll do it. Like, fucking course, but like some shit, we just need to see how this handles, see how it goes. Stay safe, folks. That's really all I gotta say. And honestly, start preparing. It's gonna hit the fan regardless.
It's more likely going to be.
Like, we are at 11:59:36. We have 36 seconds before it hits 12. When it hits 12, that's it. Yep. And we're done.